Hi, this is Dave, Fell Running Guide. Welcome to this week's navigation task. This one is taken from an actual day out with somebody last week where we went and did some navigating in the fog over Kinder. So those are the conditions that we encountered, and at times you couldn't see more than 100 metres. We were up in the cloud and the hill fog. So we crossed Kinder, we were at A, and we decided we wanted to cross over, not following an absolute compass bearing, not trying to follow this public right of way, but just setting a direction to follow pretty much southeast eastwards. And then what we wanted to do is relocate once we got to the southern side of Kinder, just by having a look at what we could see when we got there. So the purple line is the actual route that we took. We didn't know this at the time. This is just when I uploaded the data from a watch onto my map software the day after. But that's the line we took. So you can see we were heading pretty much southeast, and we got a little bit here where we had to double back on ourselves because it was very wet and boggy and there was a bit of water there. We couldn't get across without doubling back and finding a safer way. And then in here you'll notice we actually ended up going south for a little section, again just dictated by the terrain really. It was very wet and we found ourselves on one side of a sort of a deep gruff with water in it, and it was hard to cross until we get over here. But we did eventually pop out on the edge path here. And how did we know that we were there rather than there, or rather than here, or rather than further along? So there are a few things that could help us, even though we couldn't see down into the valley to relocate by, we didn't know that we were above this steep valley side with a stream in the bottom. What we did know, however, were a few things. So we'd noticed that we passed a couple of these streams running east-west. So the only streams or drainage lines, or gruffs as you might call them, that are coming off the Kinder Plateau running east-west are here. There's none of them here. Yes, there's one here, but there's not a continuation. There's not a few of them, if you like. Certainly not unless we've been heading straight to the south, and we hadn't been doing that. And also we hadn't come across this flats area of bouldery ground here, so we knew that we hadn't strayed down too far to the west into the wool packs. So we knew we were on this section of the path somewhere. So what we did notice from our visibility, we looked at the direction that the path was running, and we noticed that we were almost on a little bit where it changed direction. To the east of us, it was running slightly to the south of east, and to the west of us, it was running slightly to the south of west. And actually right where we were, it was pretty much due east-west. So we could have been there. That's east-west, but all of this, if we'd have headed westwards, it would have been heading north of west. So that kind of, we worked out that we could be there. And then to back that up, we could see just ahead of us a stream, and that was draining pretty much south, straight off the edge. So that stream there could have been draining, or was draining, pretty much south, straight off the edge. But to the west of it, the path was running northwest, whereas this one here, after about 10 metres, it swung back round. So just by looking at the direction of the path and the direction of the stream, we were quite happy that we were there. Had we not been happy, what could we have done to reinforce, or to back up that, or to maybe find something else that would help us relocate? Well, if you think about it, if we'd walked westwards, then after 400 metres we would have come to this main stream, and you see how the contours kink, and very steep drop off into the head of this stream here. So we'd have noted that. So that could have been a secondary thing that we could have gone to do to relocate, but we didn't need to do that because we were pretty happy that we were here. So our intended route was further off to the east, so we carried on, and then just noted that if we were where we thought we were, that we would expect to go flat along contours for probably a kilometre, and we were just looking for this slight raise up to this high point here, and that's what actually happened. So yeah, that is how we relocated. We were looking at D for direction, the direction of the path there and there and there, and the direction of the stream running off the plateau. So that's what we did. You might have done something different, but it worked for us. So hope you found that useful. Thanks for watching. Look out for next week's navigation task. Bye for now.